people, this is my first video and I feel kinda weird doing this, but whatever. Today I am going to be looking at and responding to some unpopular Reddit K-pop opinions because I can't think of my own. Disclaimer: if you can't handle other people's opinions, then click off this video. This video isn't meant to be hateful or rude, it's just for fun now. Also, the fan cams I use most of the time won't have to do with the opinion. Now let's begin. Red Velvet is boring to me, and if they weren't a SM group no one would have paid attention. I would have to disagree. Red Velvet is one of my ULT groups and I love them very much. I think they're super talented and amazing. I do think that if they weren't in SM they wouldn't have as much attention as they do now, but that's how the big three privilege works. Twice is the least talented group I think I've ever seen, and the fact that they are compared in a serious manner to girl groups, even though I find them overrated as well, is ridiculous. The worst girl group singer could have been a lead singer in Twice. It burns me they're so popular. But I try not to hate. I would have to disagree. I love Twice with my whole heart and I think they're super talented. Obviously, if you think the worst girl group singer could be a lead singer in Twice, you have not heard Jihyo, Jeongyeon, or Naeun sing because they are on point. Twice are so popular because they are talented and lovable. It sounds like you are a Twice hater to me. Not every girl group wearing boots at darker outfits is empowering and badass. K-pop stans need to stop equating femininity with weakness and shitting on groups with so-called innocent or girly concepts. Ain't nobody here for your fake girl power crap if it only includes one specific type of girl/women. 100% agree. The amount of people I see hating on girl groups who do cute concepts and say they aren't empowering is so stupid. Cute concepts can be just as empowering as girl crush ones. And just because your fab does a girl crush or badass concept doesn't mean it's empowering. People really just need to shut up and let groups do whatever concept they want without hating on them. As much as I love BTS and Jin, I just don't like Jin's voice. It feels like he's straining painfully and I always wince a little when I hear it. I'm gonna have to disagree. Jin has my favorite voice in BTS and I love listening to it. I know he's not the best vocalist, but I still love his vocals. Your fab does have faults. And that's okay, because your fab is a human being. Too often I hate this idol now because they got in a fight with / made a comment about / don't get along with other idol groups. Having occasional confrontation is natural. They're young adults, who are crammed in shared housing, who are often visibly sore, stressed and lacking sleep. Let them work it out and move in. I agree. I always see people bashing idols for every little mistake. It's like people forget they're humans and think they're some type of robot who is always gonna be perfect and do the right thing. Not all idols are gonna get along and sometimes there will be fights and arguments, and that's fine because they're humans and it's in human nature to argue sometimes. Number 1 K-pop dancer doesn't exist because each idols have their own unique preference of dancing style and years of experience. Plus, people have their own opinion on who's the number 1 dancer and it changes from time to time. Sometimes it can be Jimin, J-Hope, Kylie or even Taemin. It varies differently. I agree with this so much. K-pop fans always argue about who's the better dancer instead of appreciating everyone's dancing for what it is. I think K-pop stans tend to forget dancing is subjective and people have different preferences for what they like, therefore saying one idol is the best K-pop dancer sounds wrong. If Blackpink were trained and managed well, they would have been the most rounded girl group of the big three. I agree with this. If YG had actually cared about the girls and their career and given them proper training, they would have been so much more appreciated and hated on less. They also would have some of the best vocals, rappers, and dancers. It's a shame YG is wasting their talent. NCT is too boring to stan. They're basically AKB48, same concept, too many to stan, with the SHINA sound. Boring. Plus Plus they're basically interchangeable. The only ones I think SM can't take away or replace is Lucas or Mark. Also, unpopular opinion, Mark is not handsome, he's just a teenage boy attractive. Not manly attractive, because everyone outside of the fandom knows them. But how many people know Kun or Ranjun or Yuten? Nobody. NCT is gonna Wow, I don't think I have ever disagreed Ed with an opinion more. Not gonna lie, this low-key hurts as Ranjun's my bias, but whatever. Personally, I love NCT. I think they're one of the funniest groups and I love watching them. There is definitely more popular members like Lucas and Mark, but that doesn't mean the others are forgotten or are replaceable. I also don't agree with the NCT flopping. NCT is one of the most popular groups from what I've seen, and their music is doing well, so stan NCT for a good life. Why do y'all hate Boy With Love? I can quote understand, it's so catchy and good. BTS are a K-pop group. They have to real songs like that sometimes to get more attention. I have to agree with this. I love Boy With Love so much, it's one of my favorite BTS songs. I don't get why people hate it so much, it's such a cute and fun song. 17 have the best choreography K-pop has seen. Yes, I agree with this. I'm not sure if it's unpopular, but I'm adding it because I love 17's choreos so much. They're so fun to look at and they're always so in sync, it's amazing. Their choreos get better every comeback and they never disappoint. I didn't like Inception that much, but I loved the vocalizing in the chorus. I'm an Aidini, but I have to agree, when I first heard the teasers I thought Inception was better and I was gonna like it more, but when it came out I didn't really like it. But thanks though, that song is a masterpiece. Songs like Zimzalabim, Idol, Lotto, or Signal are actually good, but not highly appreciated by the general public. I agree with this. Signal, Idol, Lotto and Zimzalabim are some of my favorite songs by these groups, and it's sad to see how so many people hate them and don't appreciate the songs. Not Shy was a flop, the rap was terrible, Leah and Che's voice low-key saved the song. I have to disagree, I love Not Shy, it's one of my fav ITZY songs. It's also the only ITZY title track I have liked on the first listen. But Lias and Che's voices did really sound amazing and stood out so much. Blackpink should not be as hated as they are. I completely agree, the amount of hate these girls get is insane. People will hate them for literally breathing. It's become a normalized thing to hate on Blackpink in the K-pop community, and it's so sad and makes me so mad. Stop arguing about who should be the visual. I agree with this. I always see people saying this person should be the visual instead of this person. It's like they forget the visual it chosen based on Korean beauty standards, not anyone else's standards. People who complain about groups becoming westernized or Americanized make no sense, as K-pop is literally Western music in Korea. I agree, I feel like some people don't know that K-pop has always been influenced by Western music, so to call a K-pop group too westernized is a bit weird. I feel bad for GOT7, they deserve so much more. Completely agree, GOT7 is an amazing group and it's so sad to see JYP ignoring them and pretending they don't exist. They could have been so big if only JYP promoted them right. I feel bad for ITZY and Text. K-pop fans keep on saying that they are privileged. So what? I agree, people are so quick to call them privileged because of the company they come from. Everybody already knows they are privileged, but that doesn't mean they aren't talented. People need to stop hating on them because of their privilege and look into them, and they will see how talented both of these groups are. Okay people, that is it for today. I'm sorry for how bad this video is. But like I said, this is my first ever YouTube video, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I promise my videos will get better in the future, so please like and subscribe if you want. And maybe comment if you agree or disagree with these opinions. And comment your own unpopular opinions.